"It's absurd," complained Godred in the shed one night. "The manager thinks that just because I look away from the line for just a few seconds, that makes me a bad lookout." Though the Coldefell Railway was still relatively new, Godred's reckless behavior was anything but. Ever since he arrived, he had never once kept a good lookout, and every time one of the 4 other mountain engines, or the manager, gave him a warning, Godred would always complain about it long into the night. "A little look at the scenery won't do anyone any harm," Godred continued. "It clearly does if I've never had an accident." "Not yet, you mean," replied Ernest plainly. "Oh, rubbish! All I need is a good break, that's all. You'll never see me get into trouble like that." "This is the 3rd time this week he's gone off about this," muttered Colby. "Doesn't he ever get tired of it?" asked Wilfred. "I know I am." "I just wish he'd be quiet for one day at least," said Shane Dooney bluntly. The next day, Godred was coming down from the summit. As usual, he was paying attention to everything but the track. "Bad lookout indeed! Bad lookout indeed!" he complained loudly. "I haven't had an accident since I've arrived, and I won't today. I'm perfectly sure." There was a crack. One moment, Godred felt his wheels under the rails. The next, he felt helpless. Time seemed to slow down. Until suddenly... "Godred! Godred!" came a voice. Godred could faintly recognize the voice as his driver's. "Godred, are you alright?" Godred tried to open his eyes, but to his horror, he found he couldn't. He tried to speak, but he couldn't do that either. "What's happening?" he thought, frantically trying to make sense of the situation. "No response, sir," said his driver. "At least the passengers and you two are fine," came another voice. "I shudder to imagine what would have happened had the guard not stepped in." "That's the manager," thought Godred. "I hope he won't be too cross." "Yes, thank heavens for that," said the driver. "But what do we do about him?" There was a long silence. "Manager's sure to fix me up," Godred thought. "I'm his #1 engine after all." Then, the manager spoke up. Godred felt shattered. He didn't know what to think. He wanted to beg and plead with the manager for a second chance, but no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't speak. "Sir, please, don't leave me at the back of the shed. I'm sorry, I really am. I promise I'll keep a good lookout from now on. Please fix me, sir. Please!" But as Godred continued to plea, all the manager heard was silence. The other engines stayed mournfully quiet for some time. Godred tried everything he could think of to talk to them. "Please," he thought, "I need to tell everyone how sorry I am. Just one time, please!" But Godred's lips remained sealed. Months passed. Godred continued to stay at the back of the shed. Then, one day, he heard 2 unfamiliar voices coming towards him. "His rods don't look so bad," said one. "They're not perfect, but they should work fine until the fresh set comes in," added another. Godred began to get excited. "Wait, they've come to mend me!" he thought happily. Oh, happy days, happy day. He stopped. His side rods felt as if they were coming loose. Then, Godred found he could no longer feel his side rods at all. Better get these to Wilfred, said the first voice. He'll be glad to be back in service soon. Godred was horrified. Hey, you can't do that. Those are my parts. Come back here this instant. You can't treat me like scrap iron. Give them back! Give them back! But the two men heard nothing. Unfortunately, this sort of activity only continued. Over the better part of a year, men kept taking Godred's parts to fix up the other engines. Godred tried to speak up, but with every part that was taken off, he grew smaller and smaller, and his mind grew quieter and quieter. Eventually, all that was left of Godred was a dented smoke box. He could hardly muster up the energy to think of anything. His voice now barely resembled the deep, booming one he used to have. Just then, Godred heard two men approaching him. Let's make this quick, one said. The scrap dealers ain't gonna wait any longer. Aye, let's just get it over with, said the other. That face really gives me the willies. Godred could sense what was about to happen. He tried one final time to call out for help and beg for mercy, but as the men began cutting him apart and the pain filled every crevice of his being, Godred still could not say a word. Then, the pain stopped. Godred's voice went out. Nothing was left.